Craig coming at you for Coffee Music number 1840 on this beautiful April 1st, April Fool's Day. Look out. As you're going around online, don't believe what you see today. Not that you should believe what you see any day, but especially today. I got nothing funny. I didn't prepare with anything funny or prankster today, so we're just gonna make it a regular live stream. It's just a regular day for me, because I'm always fooling around. Are you kidding me? How's it going, Richard? Good to see you. Morning, Jacob. Good to see you. Good morning. Let's kick this off with You Can't Build It on a Clean Bench. Dan had a plan to last those boots and tack that leather down. He took all it would give and asked a little more, but he couldn't find his hammer around. He found leather scraps, pegs and tacks, pliers and wraps and knives. Well, he didn't cuss, he didn't fuss, he just smiled with a shine in his eyes when he said, "You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools." The chef confessed she was a little stressed, starting her joint in the bay. There was lots to do before cooking food, like bringing in the stoves and the paint. There were plyboards on sawhorses, with pots, cans, rollers, and fans. As it comes to life, it won't look nice, but wait till you taste what comes out of those pans. You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools. Jesse moved west to find some work where the cost of living was low. Well, it's always hard to work that job and find new friends to get to know. Jesse would get frustrated behind on all of the chores. But when you start from scratch on a brand new patch, who cares about laundry on the floor? You can't build it on a clean bench. Everything is bound to be a mess when you're working on something new. The best part is creation, not the organization of the pieces we put together with our tools. Yeah. So let's go out there and make a mess of things today. You can't build it on a clean bench. You can hear that one on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and everywhere else. From my live EP that I released last year, at the end of the last year, playing at Summerhill Brewing at their Country Blues and Brews Festival. How's it going? Good morning to you. Great to see you. Richard, Jacob, Brian Board in the house. We got Kathy in here. Good morning, Nate Messler. We got Brian Board and Governor Brown. Good morning to you. Great to see you. What are the boots of the day? Let me know what your boots are of the day in the live chat. Brian getting us kicked off with those Pete's, the Hondo 2645s for Hondo Hump Day. Love to see it. You guys saw the vintage boots video yesterday, and it's a little bit rainy today, so figured it'd be a good day to rock this pair of vintage Double H boots. This is model number 1608 with the mock toe. Gotta love it. This is the boot of the day for me. If you haven't seen that vintage boots video, I go through and rank the ones that I have, talk about what vintage boots even are, and it's a fun way to get ideas for looking for boots on the secondhand marketplace or just vintage boots in general. Got those P&W Hoffman loggers today. Badass. Love the look of some loggers. Jacob getting it done. Wearing those brand new higher boots. Governor, that's what I'm talking about. Nate Messler in some Ariat hybrid ranchers today. Nice one for the rain. Kathy Weed Richard rocking the Pecos. And Kathy's got some beater boot Ariats because it's raining. It is raining here. Raining everywhere, huh? We had some nasty storms last night. How's it going, Carlos? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Great to see everybody. Thank you for joining me here on Coffee and Music number 1840. Seems like you guys are stepping strong. If you just joined and put your boots of the day in the live chat. What's considered vintage? 1990s and under. In that video, I talk about how vintage it's generally agreed upon that vintage is anything that's 20 years or older, but not older than 100 years. So vintage is technically anything from 20 years old to 99 years old or 100 years old. And then after 100 years old, I guess that's where you get to be, that's where it's an antique, I guess. So vintage is always changing. But there is a very big range of what can be considered vintage boots. And you could technically have a pair of antique boots, since 100 years only takes us back to 1926, right? And people have been making boots since the 1860s or later. So you could have a pair of antique cowboy boots, which would be very, very special indeed. You're probably not wearing those. But definitely check that out. That's the vintage boots video. What are vintage boots? And ranking my own collection. I go through the 14 that I have behind me here. And it's a fun video, so check it out. P. Doden got some Heritage Boot Company Apache boots. Love it. Damn. That's an awesome made boot. Love it. That's a great choice to be stepping out here midweek. All right. Let's do some Montana Moon. What do you say? Montana moon shining off the snowy plains. I'll be home soon, staying true to my lanes. Yeah, the dogs proved themselves past the panhandle, and I dug out my truck stop shower sandals just to go inside and warm my toes. Then we slept in the storm for an hour or two before it died down, which was our cue to move on through towards home. Montana moon lights my way on a shortcut through the riz. That golden loom unravels a few shining threads. On recommendation from whitefish in-laws who joined me in their hunting draws. So this route drew out many gleaming eyes. And after I lost one honey in Flagstaff to a station change in a 7-point rack, I'm thankful for your lights in these December skies. Montana moon, stealing the warmth from the rest stop air. Without much room, I pull into the last spot with care. All of my fellow road souls are sleeping soundly, dreaming of warm cakes and coffee with their folks around the Christmas tree. And I too bundled up for the night, covered my windows from your ambient light, to sleep until I was woken by the freeze. Montana moon, I must say farewell as we come closer to Belfouche. I'll be back through here to see your midnight winter hues. While the car stopped on the side of the highway, I kept you on my mind all day. Careful on the ice where the road softly winds. I just kept my momentum alone in the sound of these old diesel drones, so I could be home for Christmas Day. Little Montana moon there. Happy April Fool's Day. Not that I'm doing anything extra foolish here. It's great to see you. Welcome to April. Ryan, rocking some Republic Boot Company boots today. Damn, helots? Lattes? Sounds like an epic boot. Gotta love those Republic Boot Company boots. They make some great looking boots for sure. Good morning, Micah. Brad, what are my biggest musical influences? What do I listen to? Well, I got a top four, which would be, let's see, Jethro Tull, Bob Dylan, Nick Drake, and also, what was the fourth one? Tom Waits. But I haven't been listening to a lot of them recently. That's what I started out as. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of the new Zach Bryan album. I really like the new one that came out this year. Been listening to, I love listening to Alison Krauss. Lots of bluegrass influence, like classic bluegrass, like Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs, Ralph Stanley, the Stanley Brothers. Love listening to jazz, like Bela Fleck. Listen to classical a lot when I'm editing, so I have background music. So I listen to classical, and in the gym, I usually listen to rage rock or EDM music. I got a bunch of different stuff happening in my headphones. Or hip-hop, too. Rolling with the old Double H locks today. Got a long day ahead. Getting it done, Micah. All right, let's do one more here. What am I feeling? Thanks for joining me here on this Coffee Music number 1840. Let's see here. Awesome. Glad you love it all as well, Brad. I mean, there's way too much music out there to not listen to a bunch of different kinds of it, right? You never know where you're gonna find inspiration, so I listen to a bunch of stuff. Even some weird noise or shoegaze. Listen to last year, probably the weirdest thing I listened to was a Japanese shoegaze band. It was pretty cool. I don't even remember what they were called, but it was pretty sweet, actually. I didn't mind it. Let's do nights and weekends. We gotta do something silly. We gotta do something silly for April Fool's Day. So, nights and weekends. This is a story about a man who became a gigolo because he needed to pay off his debts, and it seemed like the best way to do it. Just kind of fell into it when the mailman Well, the male lady, I should say. But either way, he'll go both ways. Male lady propositioned him for a night. So here it is. This is Nights and Weekends. 85,000 in debt. So many regrets he can't count them on his hands and toes. Another late notice from Alice, the my lady. She got eyes for him to cure his woes. He says, how about I come on over tonight? It looked like you're in need of a good time. At first he declines, but then she flashed a Benny and it changed his mind. Oh, those Benjamin Franklins will do it every time. See, Alice was nothing special. She looked like a pear in a plastic bag, and with a few decades of driving mail, places of her began to sag. But after he accepted the offer, his face to one of the deepest shades of red, a big smile came to her face. She touched his cheek, and then she said, you don't need no candles, no, you don't need no wine, you don't need your bed made up with those linens so fine. I'm only asking of you for just one thing. He said it's good, but in the future, nights and weekends is the time to call. The night was heavy on him as he got ready for the arrival of Alice, and even though he really didn't have to, he shaved, have it nice, smooth. And when the night was over, she said, you know, I got some friends who be into this kind of thing. You need help and you can help them. Speak up, boy, now what do you think? You don't need no candles, you don't need no wine, you don't need your bed made up with those linens so fine. If they ask for you, they're asking for just one thing. He said, you tell them that nights and weekends is the time to call. Yeah. And then folks were just sliding into his DMs, yeah. He had all of the notifications going off on his cellular device. Sounded like this now. Pick it up now. He got himself out of debt with no regrets except for one, but he got that cured. It was all for Alice on her roots every day. She was out there spreading the word. He was booked out for the first 2 years. That is until he raised his price. Now you better have big money if you wanna head on over to his place tonight. Now he buys the candles, yeah, and he buys the wine. He's got his bed made up with those linens so fine. If you ask for him, you asking for just one thing, but remember that nights and weekends is the time to call. So don't you hesitate, reserve your date today. And just so you know, he does not discriminate. Fellas, that means you. Nights and weekends, yes. Woo! Awesome. That's off of my album Gardener Hands, if you want to hear it. on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, or anywhere else. That was on my first album that I released way back in 2011. Roland, am I going to try Texarado boots? Probably not. They look ridiculous. They look awful. You already know what I'm going to say. They only have one width. I don't know why. They're definitely putting a lot of dumb ass content out there. That's for damn sure. They're comparing their boots to Stingray boots, saying a bunch of dumb shit about heels. They're just trying to get a rise out of everybody, and that's why everybody wants me to try their boots right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm done doing all that bullshit, because at the end of the day, you guys don't watch those videos anyways. So everybody wants me to do all these reviews and stuff about these controversial dumbass brands, and then when I do, either they don't like what I say and it doesn't get enough views to even make it worth my while anyways. So no, I'm not gonna do a video on Texarado dumbass boots. I'm not gonna bother with it. I already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say they're dumb because they are, and there you go. That's all there is to it. Texarado, that's the real April's Fool joke, is Texarado boots with their dumbass wide toes and no heel. Oh, God, give me a break, all this stuff. All right, well, on that note, it's time to get at it. Love you guys so much. Thanks for joining me here on Coffee Music number 1840. Let's kick ass, take names, have a little fun while we're at it, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Instagram, 9 a.m. Eastern Time for Coffee Music number 1841. Until then, hope you have a spectacular day, and I'll see you around. And don't believe what you see out there today. There's lots of shit that's gonna be going around. I promise you that. So, I guess maybe not. Maybe it's like an everyday thing, but especially today. Love you guys. Have a great day. Woo! Let's do it.